Hello, Alessandra. How are you? So, good morning. I will leave you this message so you will see it tomorrow morning. Few things that I want to say. So, as discussed on our call, we're gonna start practicing some mindfully eating for the next couple of weekends. So, I have created a questionnaire for you to fill up on both Saturday and Sunday. All right. On this questionnaire, I'm touching bases on mindfully eating, and although we're going to be tracking the calories, remember it's just a guesstimate. So if you're not sure how many calories is on the food that you are having, just do a guesstimate of what you've been eating. And if, for example, if you've been eating out and you go to restaurants, so I will suggest to add on extra portion of fats. For example, if you're having a chicken out and you cannot find the plate on my fitness pal, remember that most of the restaurants they have the database on my fitness pal. But if you don't find or if you are end up eating at home, then just do a guesstimate of the ingredients of the food that you are eating. Okay. This is just with the idea of us having an understanding of what is going on the weekend. So I have sent you an image on the chart, is in here, about the principles of mindfully eating. I'm going to explain it to you now. So in here we will talk about slowing down when eating, making sure that we're chewing food properly. So if you are eating, making sure that every time you take the fork and the knife, you put it on your mouth, then you drop it down, you're going to be chewing it properly, and then take the fork and the knife again. Being like avoiding any distractions when it comes to eating. So if we are eating in front of the TV, because let's say you've been eating a movie, so let's just make sure that we make the portion before you actually get into the movie, because it's very easy just to get distracted with what is going on in the movie, and those are the instances in which people tend to overeat. Honor hunger. So honor hunger means that you will be asking yourself actually from 1 to 10, and it's one of the questions that I have from you, from 1 to 10 how hungry I am, and this is what we discussed on the call. Am I really hungry, or is it that I want to eat? And if I want to eat, am I allowing myself to have a treat, or is there anything else that I can do just to kind of avoid reaching out to food straight away? And that could be that you can have a glass of water, or that could be that you can go for a little walk, and if you still feel like you want to have that food, then go ahead and have it. But let's try to avoid having to jump onto grabbing some food as a out of boredom, or just out of not having anything to do on the weekend. All right. Eat not judgmental. So this is what I told you about. If you like the pan de quesos, so let's make sure that you enjoy the pan de quesos, but we implement some tactics around having that meal that will allow you to enjoy the pan de queso, but it doesn't mean that you will fill yourself up of pan de quesos. All right. And a variety of food intake. So those are the principles of mindfully eating. Why variety of food intake? Because here is what I'm actually welcoming you for you to try new foods on the weekend, because you are so used to have the regular foods on the weekdays. So this is with the intention of actually questioning your self-judgment on the foods that you are having, and actually inviting you to try new foods. Now, online with that, all the questions that I have created for you, I'm just going to wait for this to load 1 second. Okay, so on the questions that I created for you on the weekend, we're going to be talking about mood. So how was your mood, and how did your mood affected your way of eating? Or the opposite, like it could be that, or it could be how did the way of eating affected your mood. I'm actually going to add that question into that, okay? Hunger levels, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how full were you after every meal? Were you full until you were feeling sick, or you were able to stop at 8, and were you able to just say, you know what, I got enough? So just give me a breakdown, just a general. I don't need to know if you were extremely full, or you can break it down into, I'm gonna put it there, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you just let me know how full you were in each of those main meals. Okay. And then I want to target it more about nutrition and your understanding of nutrition. So what went well on that day, so whether that is that you were able to implement what we discussed that we were going to implement and still have a treat. What could you have changed? Maybe it could be that you end up mindlessly eating and then you remember halfway and you were like, oh my god, maybe I just need to get used to that. So whatever it comes into your head. Did you include any food that you like to make you happy? And this is very important, and this has got to do with food variety and making sure that we have some enjoyment on the foods that we are having. And lastly, did you include any food considering your health that you didn't enjoy? Like if you had to force yourself to eat the salad and you really didn't want to eat the salad just to make it up for the food that you didn't have, I still want to have a look. I want to have your feedback about it. All right. And then the last one will be for you to, although you're going to be tracking it on MyFitnessPal and that is going to sync into my data here, I still want you to take a screenshot of the foods that you're eating. So I have as well an understanding of what is it that you perceive as super bad, if you perceive something as super bad. So I hope this is clear. With regards the normal check-in, don't worry, just do your body weight measurements, but don't worry about filling everything up. Just make sure that you fill up these for Saturday, Sunday, and I'm very looking forward to see how these evolve. I will be progressing your sessions based on the ways that you perform the rest of the week, so the progressions will be reflected on next week training. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.